The idea of the sky falling is enough to leave anyone's skin crawling. But chill out, Chicken Little.
Mr. President, I would not rule out the chance to preserve a nucleus of human specimens.
Welcome to Watch Mojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we're looking at the top 5 reasons why the end of the world as we know it is probably nothing to worry about. Number 5. A zombie apocalypse is impossible and not that dangerous.
Time to nut up or shut up.
We've all had that fantasy. You find yourself in a desolate, zombie-stricken landscape together with a mismatched group of survivors banding together to fight off the incoming horde. Now, it should go without saying that the whole coming back to life as a killing machine thing is impossible. But even if it were, zombies shouldn't be that tough to defeat if you think about it. For starters, bites are a notoriously inefficient way to spread disease. Second, high temperatures in the summer would cause the zombies to rot pretty quickly, while sub-zero temperatures in the winter would cause them to freeze solid. Plus, they've got no defense against natural predators, from bears all the way down to horseflies and maggots. So they're basically a slow-moving lunchbox for the animal kingdom. We'd be fine.
He's telling me he'll never bake bread, plant crops, raise livestock. He's telling me he's futureless.
Number 4. The magnetic poles won't cause destruction. Unexplained cosmic occurrences are almost always followed by some kind of apocalyptic anxiety, and the shifting of the magnetic poles may sound like something that could be devastating. According to NASA, the Earth's magnetic poles reverse about every 200,000 to 300,000 years. Fossil records from the last time this happened indicate that the switching of the poles won't cause any kind of mass extinction. While the magnetic poles of the Earth are known to be moving at a rate of around 40 miles a year, and the switching of the poles will likely cause a weakened magnetic field for the Earth, there's no cause for alarm. One of the few noticeable results will actually be a brighter aurora borealis. Number 3. The next pandemic will be contained. It seems like new diseases are discovered all the time, leading a lot of people to worry about the possibility of the human race being wiped out by some new strain that's destined to kill us all.
You're not human! Everybody's dead!
But let's take stock. The human race has survived through the bird flu, the swine flu, SARS, and the Black Plague, and many others. Each disease that the human race overcomes helps us to advance in areas of health and medicine, which in turn reduces the chance that a similar disease could do any real damage. In worst-case scenarios, closing borders and quarantine protocols have proven highly effective at preventing the spread of disease. So the next time you hear about a deadly new virus sweeping the nation, don't worry. With a few precautions, you and most of the world are probably fine.
I wish I could believe you.
Whether you do or not, the only important thing now is to find the antidote.
Number 2. An asteroid will not destroy the Earth. Many people don't know that a whole lot of space rock is hurled towards the Earth's atmosphere every year, over 37,000 tons to be exact. So whenever you wish upon a shooting star, that's another piece of space debris plummeting to the planet at speeds high enough to burn it to dust. An asteroid that has the potential to destroy the Earth, on the other hand, would have to be over 6 miles wide for any destructive effects to occur.
Oh, those are nothing. They're the size of basketballs and Volkswagens, things like that.
While there's technically nothing stopping that from happening like they say it did with the dinosaurs, we're at a point technologically where the star system has been mapped out down to the minute. If such an asteroid were to be hurtling towards us, we'd probably have a few decades to find a way to deal with it.
Dan, we didn't see this thing coming.
Well, our object collision budget's $1 million. That allows us to track about 3% of the sky. And begging your pardon, sir, but it's a big-ass sky.
Number 1. Mutually assured destruction will save us. In the aftermath of World War II, having witnessed the destructive power of the atomic bombs dropped on Japan, politicians around the globe had to find a new approach to war. Several nations began arming themselves with nuclear weaponry that, together, many speculate had the potential to wipe out the human race. But this also meant that using them was no longer really a feasible option.
That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover, just as you do in your school.
This is where the concept of mutually assured destruction comes from. It's a military strategy that guards us against nuclear warfare, because the potential for destruction and loss of life on both sides of the conflict would be too great. If one nation were to fire a warhead, then the target nation or its allies would surely retaliate in kind.
God help you if you're wrong. If I'm wrong, then we're at war. God help us all.
After the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Cold War, it looks like the threat of total nuclear destruction of the planet is enough to stop any dictator's trigger finger. Phew.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
So, what do you think? Should we be actively preparing for doomsday scenarios like these? Or do you think they're just fantasies we create to imagine a world where things are somehow simpler?
We brought you here from Piedmont. You're sick.
If you'd rather hear the top 5 reasons why an apocalypse is basically inevitable, well, we've made that video too. You can find a link below.
Is that how you say hello? Where you coming from?
Oh my god, I can't believe I shot Bill Murray.
For more bird flu top 10s and bird brain top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Gotta go now, honey.
Daddy, no. No, Daddy.